The economic survey contains statistics and analysis which come to the conclusion that the growth rate is much higher than what the Central Statistical Organization has put out before the country. Given the ground realities, we think that the Central Statistical Organization's assessments and estimations are more correct and more true to the reality than what the economic survey and the government are trying to project in the run-up to the next general election. So clearly, this is not a serious economic exercise, but is an exercise that is loaded with going to the electorate and going to the voters. Notwithstanding this, they have projected a growth for the coming year in the range of 6.1% to 6.7%, which is much higher than what they have achieved and what the CSO has estimated to be only 5% in this year. But at the same time, this survey is very clearly indicating that the economic slowdown is not a temporary phenomenon. It has come here to stay in the country unless some radical measures are taken to break it. And those such radical measures are not the prescription that the economic survey has put forward. And we suspect that in the budget as well, the remedies that the government is suggesting will only lead to a greater slowdown of the economy rather than changing the tide of the economy towards a higher growth. While there is a mention, and a lip service mention in various places in the economic survey, of falling consumption power of the people, all the remedies suggested for growth are remedies that are centered around increasing investment with the hope that these investments will increase the growth rate, provide jobs, which in turn will lead to a higher growth rate in the coming year, and that logic follows. But increasing investment can bring about growth only when what is produced is purchased in the market. If that doesn't happen, by merely making funds available for increased investments, growth cannot happen unless the government targets increasing the purchasing power in the hands of the people. Instead of doing this, the contrary is being done in the name of fiscal consolidation, where there is a talk of cutting down subsidies even further, which means in the coming days there is going to be a further contraction of the people's purchasing power. And to this is added the continuing inflation, particularly of food items, which will leave very little disposable income in the hands of even the moderately well-off section of our society. So what is required to be done is a very sharp rise in the public investments. Investments that are required to build our much needed infrastructure, for which there are funds, there is no shortage of funds in our country. Either they are being looted through corruption or they are being given as incentives to the rich.